Well, hello my beautiful Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for August 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your monthly reading for August. I can't believe we are here already. The year really is flying on by, but here we are. Now, I do want you to be aware that I am opening another competition to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know regarding their month ahead? Can you please show them the way? Please reveal to them anything they need to be aware of before it occurs. Can you show them what they should expect at this time? Well, the first card there is the Lover's card. So this is all about balance, looking at your options. Now, I have to make you aware that this month, I'm going to give it to you straight, it's going to be a month of intense extremes, especially due to the Mars squaring Venus and Jupiter squaring Saturn. Perhaps you are actually going to feel the Mars-Venus clash there a little bit because you have a lot of energy. We have the Lover's card, of course, connected to Venus. We have the Empress energy there, so watch out for that, but I'll let you know what to expect there. I will get to that in a moment. Because on a positive note, of course, we are currently in the throes of Leo season. So on a personal level, it's a time to let out that inner roar, focus on your passions, and allow yourself to shine. This month is all about taking center stage in your life, taking charge, honoring your body, your energy, your self-care needs, pampering yourself if possible, doing a little something for you, loving yourself a little harder, but most importantly, valuing your worth and remembering to wear your invisible crown. Walk tall and walk proud with gravitas and empowerment as you embrace that go-getting spirit to prioritize what's really important, making time also for a few power naps along the way. This month is a time to be disciplined and remain on course, whilst carving out time to have fun, maybe take a vacation or a quick trip, or at least book one. Fluctuations in mood may also occur, and I have to say clashes or conflicts might occur too this month, trying to dampen things because of the planetary alignments. You might embrace your warrior spirit one moment and then leap into a chasm of emotion the next. Leo season is actually teaching us not to sweat the small stuff, to find balance this time round and embrace that opportunity to find harmony as we all jostle with that energy. So be fabulous, but also grab your metaphorical surfboard. You're certainly going to need it this month, and get ready to ride the waves that flow towards you. You've got this. Now, there is so much critical energy. I really don't know where to start. So let's focus first on the wonderful Lionsgate portal, lifting us all up into a high frequency glory, providing a portal of prosperity, abundance, and good luck. Now, it really is a gateway to intense manifestation, spiritual healing and growth, especially for the heart chakra. And this portal has been open from the 28th of July, so it's already in motion. It will close on the 12th of August. However, the 8th is the most powerful date. It is the bringer of abundance. So plan a ritual for that date, or maybe just take a moment of stillness to visualize, make a wish. And the 8/8 portal actually is connected to wealth. So utilize that energy to its full potential as money-making ideas or curveballs of good luck head your way. Now, hold on to that surfboard I mentioned and get ready for a little dip. The dreaded Mercury retrograde graces us with its presence, and this time it's doubling down in the sign of Virgo. It really loves to kick up a storm with your electrical equipment, communications, and it also shakes up perceptions of reality. Power outages or glitches are going to become more of a regular occurrence, so save down any important documents, statements, anything that you're working on so you don't lose it. It's always good as well to have candles or torches on hand too, just in case. Also, important quotes, communications, get it in writing to avoid misunderstandings later on. And of course, this too shall pass as a blip. It's only one aspect of a Mercury retrograde. Every negative has a positive, so we can all embrace the opportunity to utilize the energy to either revisit or improve something, rethink it, or even course correct it to enhance areas of your life that need a boost. Now, straight after that dip, expect a major shakeup as Jupiter squares Saturn on the 19th and Mars squares Venus on the 22nd. And as I mentioned, when I say square, I mean clash, okay? Clash of energy. This one is really a big deal. It's highly pressurized, combustible energy, and we often go through a challenging time during this phase. But I want you to be aware it's not all doom and gloom. There's always a negative to a positive. This phase, we can always learn a lesson from it. So if you're feeling extra tested mid-month, stop and ask, what am I supposed to learn from this? And the answer can transform the situation for the better instantly. Now, this energy can also make us super practical to sit up, pay attention, and get organized and serious about the direction of your life. Now, these squares that I mentioned, they are occurring in mutable signs. And unfortunately, that can indicate that there will be an increase in societal tensions on a global scale, sadly with the potential to create bigger divides. But Venus works extra hard to bring people together. There will be a jostle of energy, so astrologically, as tensions rise, people take back their power, and with Leo season connected to the brightest light in the sky, the sun, it reveals where we can grow together rather than apart. So this clash of energy, it impacts us all from the 19th of August right through to June 2025, okay? Now, things are going to get pretty wild and sometimes pretty unbelievable. You may start to notice extreme behavior or extreme events, shocks or plot twists. The blue full moon on the 19th, yep, it happens on the same date. Of course it would. I mean, why wouldn't it? It will intensify the energy. So again, on a global scale, we may be in for a major surprise in and around this time. But actually, it's a perfect time for you to manifest all your opportunities, to increase the opportunity for it to be delivered to you. So as I said, it's not all doom and gloom. The 19th to the 22nd, however, is critical. And of course, as I said, there's always a positive to be found. If you're looking for real estate, you could find, a price reduction during this period. I also see a brief financial correction that may benefit, but it will be brief before it is U-turned. We could also see some fluctuation in the economic markets around about this time as well. Now, strong solar flares will also influence pressure, triggering the potential for major earthquakes, especially in places where it's not typical. And also volcanic combustible energy, because actually we're firmly in the flow of reshaping landscapes, both spiritually, economically, energetically, politically, socially, all of the things, okay? You know it, I know it, we can see it. You don't need me to tell you that. But I want you to be aware of the planetary alignments and shifts that influence these areas so you can prepare for some of these weird energies that are going to be floating around. Now, we may actually even see figures in authority be replaced suddenly by unexpected candidates during this time, a reneging of promises or a restructure of systems that push things too far, that the only thing left is transformation. So, critical energy makes us sit up, listen, and want to change for the better. So I know that things can get a little dark before the dawn, and it can feel uncomfortable during this shift, but this month is actually the gateway to what you want to change for the better. Remember that you're protected and redirected towards greater opportunities to marvel at the wonderful you, how to show up for yourself and others every single day. to be proud of you and all that you're accomplishing, all that you're sustaining, maintaining, and creating right now, despite how difficult things may be. You really are a tower of power in all your glorious sovereignty. You've got this. And looking at your cards, you've got a lot of good stuff coming your way. Not every sign has that, but I definitely see some really positive things. Let's get straight to the very beginning. We have the Lover's card. Now, this is about you looking at your options, but also it's about you, yearning for something. Your heart is vibing at a frequency where you want to accomplish something at this time, and you are basically in the flow of doing that. This Lover's card can indicate that right now you're looking at your priorities, what your heart really wants. You're following your heart. I mean, some of you are actually in a relationship right now, and it's a very lovable month where your person appreciates you. I see the person of your dreams treating you with something. It could be a small gift there to let you know of a token of appreciation, token of love. It doesn't have to be like a partner. It can be a family member. It could be someone that you really care about is stepping up this month to basically let you know that they think you're really awesome, okay? Also, with the Lover's card, of course, it is the choice card. So this is your protagonist energy. And then you've got the Devil card as your protagonist energy in the Celtic cross. So some of you are looking at the choices that you make. Ones that are healthy for you, ones that are not so healthy for you. Some of you may be looking at toxic environments, relationships, friendships, or dynamics that you feel are not good for you and you want to step away from at this time. Especially since you got the Hermit energy, a withdrawal. I feel like you're fed up with something that has been ongoing for some time. And I feel you're choosing you at this time, especially since we have that Empress energy in the resistance position. That's a Libra Taurus card. It can indicate that some of you have been neglecting your own needs. If we neglect our own needs, and even though we're helping other people and we feel really awesome about that, sometimes it can get frustrating that you never have enough time in the day to do things that you really want to do. And August is the month where you prioritize yourself, not in a selfish way, but it's a time where you're going to get a lot done. You're going to be reorganizing, choosing healthy options. You may be reshuffling things, ideas. You may be detoxifying because the Devil card is present. You may be deciding to declutter your home space or just basically reorganize so that you are in the flow of taking back your power, but also being stricter with yourself on either your spending habits, your exercise routines, your intentions, your diet. I definitely see that you are, being serious about something this month, and you're just looking at your options, the things that you choose, and what your options are as well there. Now, of course, if you are single and you're looking for love, there's a strong potential here that you are going to attract someone who is really interested in you. But I am getting an energy here that some of you have been in hermit mode for some time. Allow yourself to be seen. You are perfect the way you are right now, okay? You don't need to change one thing about yourself. So, feel proud of yourself, wear that crown, and step out and enjoy yourself, because I feel this is a period where you're attracting a soulmate at this time. And unless you're online dating, for example, then of course I feel now's the time to embrace fun, going out there. I mean, your 5th house is influencing you at the end of the month, and that's the pursuit of pleasure. So that's about letting your hair down, having fun, accepting invitations, coming out of your comfort zone, and seeking more fun and excitement. Some of you may pick up a hobby during this time, but the 5th house is about revamping your love life. So with that Lover's card there, you're influenced to either find love. Now, it's more about doing things that you love for you and loving yourself a little bit more, and that will sort of filter out into the ether, and it changes vibrations and attracts more people towards you. When you fall in love with your life, other people fall in love with you as well. They want to be connected to you in some way because you love life and you're just enjoying yourself. But also, I want you to be aware this is a time where you're channeling your energy into creative pursuits, projects, things that you really love, whether it's a hobby, whether it's something that you do day to day. Even if you're retired, it's like, what do you love doing? Do more of that. And I definitely see that's happening in the month of August. But also, this is about reigniting your spark and your lust for life. It's almost like you're deciding to romance your life in some way. And, you're choosing a healthy dose about being strict with yourself, being organized, making sure you're on top of your projects, but also, stopping to smell the roses as well. Now, your 11th house of hopes and dreams is influencing you as well. So this is a very very strong time for you, especially in and around the 8-8 portal, because your manifestation skills are stronger than usual. Set an intention and watch the universe deliver people, opportunities to help you. Some of you may also feel a little bit more sociable than usual, which is great because your 5th house is also influencing that. You may connect to social circles, network for business, or, I mean, the Hermit is there as well. So it's like, you know, there is a strong potential for you to withdraw and have your own time. You enjoy your own time. It's very important to have solitude, because that's when we do a lot of thinking, a lot of personal development and growth. We connect to our higher selves. So I feel, you know, this is about you following your passions, leading with intensity, reigniting your spark, but also having time for you. Balance is the variety and spice of life, and you are Libran energy, so of course you're all about balance. Now, the Empress energy is in the resistance position. So it's like you got it like this. So some of you may have felt you've had a creative block recently, or you may have felt that you've been super exhausted and there's something that you really want to get done, but you haven't managed to do it yet. This could be a hidden talent that you have as well. Could be a project, creative endeavor that perhaps you've been working on, but it's been really slow. You may revisit it sometimes, but you want to make a little bit more progress on it. You're definitely going to make major progress with this. And this project is going to set you apart from everybody else. So if you are creative, whether you're an artist, a writer, whether you a photographer, you know, if there's a project that you've had in your mind for quite some time, or you've even started working on it, I definitely see that you will revisit it in the month of August, and actually it sets you apart. It like makes you shine. So it could be that it either is your masterpiece, the thing that makes you famous, for example, or people are drawn to whatever it is that you do. People are wanting to see it. So I also feel like there's a lot of people wanting to see you in the month of August, so you could actually get a lot of invitations as well. But some of you with that Empress energy in the resistance position, I feel like you're being more discerning about the invitations that you say yes to, because I feel this month you're doing something for you at this time. I feel like you're choosing yourself, but you're not just hiding yourself away. I feel also that you are going to get yourself out there and you know, connect to things that really excite you, interest you, where you know you'll have fun. But I also feel there's this energy of being a bit curious about doing new things. So I feel you'll open yourself up to that as well. Now, a very intense personal development month, the Empress in the resistance position. This is about all the things that you wanted to do for you. So whether you've been thinking about, you know, changing the color of your hair, whether you've been thinking about implementing a beauty routine, or, you know, some sort of, you know, healthcare kick, whatever it is, I feel like now is the time where you're going to action it. The Empress energy can also indicate, especially since we've got the Emperor there, some of you, if you're in a high-level commitment, you may actually take you know, a trip with some friends, or not with your partner. You may do something solo at this time. For some of you, you may feel that your partner has basically, you know, although they're awesome, you may feel sometimes they don't appreciate you, or they don't step up. There's no balance there. I feel there could be a very honest, open conversation about, you know, day-to-day stuff, or you may feel that it's not that it's one-sided. There's a lot of love here, but I feel there could have been a bit of tension there. You may have felt that you or your partner has been more withdrawn than usual, and it could be that there's something on their mind or something on your mind, and I feel both of you, you know, you have a really honest, open conversation, and you reveal what each person's been going through. Because of course, you know, we can be with a person and they can have something on their mind that they're not sharing, and it's something that's bothering them. It's not detrimental to the relationship, but at the same time, it could be impacting, you know, the mood. So it could be that you know something's on their mind because you know them, but at the same time, they're not willing to share at this point. But I feel like you offer like a very safe space for them to, of course, discuss, and vice versa. And I feel you will have that very important conversation this month, and it just clears the air. There's nothing, as I said, detrimental going on. I feel it's connected to a worry or a fear. So it could be you know, there, for example, if your partner is out of work and they are trying to find a job. It could be chipping away at their morale, and they're also feeling a little bit nervous and anxious because time is moving on. But I feel there is an opportunity coming in, and both of you will celebrate this. But you know, it could apply to your situation if your situation is not that as well. I just feel like the air is cleared, you move on, and both of you are like, you know, stronger than ever before. I don't see anything major impacting, so I want you to be aware. Okay. Now, of course, there's two people here, so it could be that if you've been apart from somebody for quite some time, there is a potential for a reunion. Now, this doesn't have to be a loving relationship, but I actually feel it is a partnership here, especially since we've had the Hermit. This is temporary time out, so I could feel this energy that if you've had a separation from someone but you're trying to work through things, I feel there is a healing and an energy of coming togetherness there. But also the Hermit energy for some of you, because this can be parental type figures. I'm getting an energy that you may actually find out something about a parent or guardian that you didn't know before, but you absolutely love the information, whatever it is. It just is so endearing, but it's like, I don't know. It's like a little pearl of wisdom where you see them in a different light and you realize how wild they were, because I feel part of you is trying to reignite your wild. And I just feel like some of you could like discover something. It could be something that you discover in like a drawer. It could be like paperwork. It could be memories. It could be a photograph. It could be something in the loft. It could be something they actually tell you. I'm not seeing how the information is delivered, but I'm just getting a feeling here that it wasn't hidden. But I feel it's like knowledge that is just like suddenly known. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. Now, of course, the Hermit card, you've got it twice in your reading. So this month, I feel some of you don't want any distractions. So you may withdraw briefly in order to work on some projects. But also, the Hermit energy can indicate a very deep period of soul searching. You're feeling fed up, exhausted. You have had a lot on your plate. But also, I feel you're constantly having to look at your choices. And you're like, when is there a little bit of extra luck coming your way? Well, it's definitely on its way for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune there. So with this card, it tells me that some of you are super exhausted, but when you take a moment of stillness and quietness, I feel you're going to be flooded with answers. Okay, sudden realizations, epiphanies on how to take charge of a situation. You're looking at your options at this time, and I feel a lot of you, there's so much success. Okay, so success looks differently for everybody. For some of you, it's career success. I definitely see a wonderful project being offered to you where it sets you apart. I feel like a wish is delivered here. You may even be headhunted during this month if you are in a career. I feel right now, because the Three of Swords is present in your external circumstances, I feel like you're struggling with something. Something's really difficult. I get an energy of like, why does it have to be so hard? But I feel it's making you stronger, and I feel like some of you are withdrawing to look at your options at this time before you take the next steps on your path. And also, you know, the Hermit energy, it's not just to regroup and re-energize. The Hermit puts himself into the cave when he's feeling like exhausted, when he's got to a certain evolutionary period in terms of spiritual elevation, and no one else is spiritually evolving at the same rate. So it can feel that, you know, you are heavy with the knowledge that you know, that you are feeling exhausted, that you see things that other people perhaps don't see, and you've tried really hard to make them see, but it's not your job to make them see. They will come around and they will see when the moment is right, but that can feel really isolating. You know, you may feel that right now with the Hermit twice in your chart, some of you may feel like you're walking a very lonely journey, or you may feel that you're set apart in some way and it just feels like people don't understand what you're going through. For example, if you choose a career, I'm just going to put this out there, if you choose a career that perhaps your parents or guardians didn't really want you to follow, or they can't understand whatever it is that you're doing, it can feel sometimes that they don't support you because they want you to be happy. They love you. Looking at the energy, they love you so much, but at the same time they may not be able to understand what it is that you do. So if you ever like need advice, for example, you can't kind of ask them for advice. They can give you with their knowledge what they can give, but you may feel that they support you, but at the same time they don't understand you, or perhaps maybe they weren't happy with the path that you were choosing. I feel like you're being a maverick, being very independent. Okay, for some of you it could also be that you were thinking about maybe setting up a business or something with a partner, because there's partnerships here with the Lovers card, and of course there's two people here. But I feel some of you may actually go independently instead. Okay, I just feel like your partner, if you're thinking about setting something up, it may be that they are a support, or perhaps, you know, you're the main event. That's what I kind of feel. Don't shoot the messenger when I say that. I just feel like you bring the magic and they can support. That's the energy that I've got. So whether you are you know, starting up your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, you're the figurehead of that business, and then your partner, they may offer some level of support in and around their own duties and things that they do. So I just feel that happening there as well. But also with the Hermit twice, a lot of you are thinking about your independence. You may feel like going off and doing something on your own. Some of you may launch your own business, become an entrepreneur this month. But the Emperor is really about taking charge of something. And I feel a lot of you are taking charge this month because of the energies of things that you've been meaning to get around to do. And I feel like you're going to be super organized this month. This card is a card of being strict with yourself. It can also indicate that you have a lot of responsibility, okay? So some of you, not all of you, I'm just getting an energy that you may have some family responsibilities to adhere to this month. And basically, you have to turn down some invitations. But what I see is at the end of the month that you're going to be able to embrace a little bit more time for you. So I feel this card is also about leadership. So I feel this is about taking charge of something in your life that you've got on the go, but you are going to see it to the end. So what you've started, you're going to finish this month. You're going to be very productive. You're going to get a lot of your projects done, and you're going to feel super proud of yourself as well. And actually my guide said, and this figure is wearing their crown. So I feel this is a card of empowerment for you. It's about you taking back your power, but also it's about you being in the flow of productivity. And some of you, especially if you've been in a relationship or just got into a new relationship, you could have been like really absorbed in that relationship, and now you're getting serious about your goals, your dreams, and you know, you've established a relationship, so now you're like moving into the flow of thinking more about, you know, your tasks and responsibilities. Because of course in the honeymoon period, when we first start a relationship, we can actually get so sort of lost in the whole loving experience, passionate, this person's always on your mind. I feel like some of you could be coming out of that now. There's still a lot of love. I feel like the relationship is evolving into something that's really established, and now you're kind of like, okay, let's get back to doing my thing. So I definitely see that happening there as well. Now, this card can also indicate some of you are being really strict with your finances this month. Some of you may also decide, you know, to be very precise about the events that you go out to and have fun at, because you don't want to do everything. So I feel like you are just making sure that you spend a certain amount that you've decided for this month, and then you're going to say no to other things that perhaps you're like, yeah, it's not worth it. I'm not going to go to that. And I feel some of you are actually saving for a large purchase, and that's your main sort of focus at this time. And I feel, you know, you're going to reach your goal on that too. Now let's get to the Celtic Cross. We've got the Devil card to start. So this is your protagonist energy. Some of you are literally looking at temptation this month. You know, it can be that especially since we have so many clashes. We've got the Mars squaring Venus, and we've got the Jupiter squaring Saturn. When we've got Jupiter squaring Saturn, Jupiter is like, where's the fun at? Where can we have some joy? Where can we travel? Let's like have fun. And then Saturn is like, hey, you've got responsibilities. You've got bills to pay. You need to sit down and you need to focus on your responsibilities. Don't be talking about going out there having fun. Sit down and do what you need to do. So there can be this jostle of energy. And crossing it, we've got the Devil and the Four of Cups. So some of you, you know, you may be looking at this time at where you're feeling a little bit stuck, where you're feeling a bit bored. There's a sense of responsibility. Life has got pretty serious, especially with the Emperor as a providing energy there. So with the Devil card, this can indicate that, you know, you feel stuck in a rut or stuck in some sort of pattern, and you're trying to think of alternative opportunities to change your life, reignite that passion, especially since you've got that Knight of Wands. You're like, where's the fun at? You want to be passionate, you want to be intense, you want to focus on your goals, or perhaps there's a passion project that you really want to get around to doing, but you never have enough time in the day. So I'm just going to pull a card on that Devil card because it can also indicate temptation. And especially since we got a Knight of Wands here, I don't really like to go to this energy, but the Knight of Wands can be someone who is temporary in your life. So it can indicate that someone comes in and out of your life. If you're single, for example, or even if you're not, they could still come in and out of your life. They promise you the world, but they deliver nothing. This person is not emotionally available to offer you anything more serious at this time, is what I see. I feel like you may be disconnecting from someone who is not maturing enough to know what they want. They tend to be very indecisive. So I feel like you could be healing from this, and I feel fate could actually put you in the path of someone new at this time. Yeah, there we go. That Wheel of Fortune. Fate is going to take charge of this situation. So you could see someone from your past kind of pop up, especially Mercury retrograde. It always brings out the past. So they may actually reach out and tell you they miss you, but actions speak louder than words. This person, they have been checking you out to see what you're up to. But I also see that this person, you know, it's not sustainable. Their energy is not sustainable. Yeah, 5 of Swords. This person tends to self-sabotage, but they see you as someone who is really good to be seen with, but also someone who is very passionate, very intense. They physically are very attracted to you, as well as a lot of lust here. Don't get me wrong, I do feel this person has emotions. They have feelings there, but they tend to basically sabotage themselves, okay? They're fighting fate, and I feel this person, it's going to take a long time for them to step up. So I see that you are stepping out at this time. Doesn't mean that you're not tempted. However, I feel that temptation may arise this month. So I want you to be aware of that, okay? Now also the Devil card, because we got the Wheel of Fortune and the 5 of Swords, this can indicate that some of you are making some major changes in your life at this time. And just when you're about to make major change, because the Wheel of Fortune basically means a fortuitous change, you know, that we live our life in cycles, and sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. And when we're in a period where things are going well, we start to wonder, where is the fly in the ointment? The 5 of Swords can be those critical inner thoughts, the inner narrative. So I feel a lot of you are looking at where you tear yourself down. You know, where you are about to do something really wonderful and exciting, and then suddenly all the doubt arises, or you start to feel like you're not enough, or, you know, imposter syndrome comes to the fore, especially when you are heralded as someone who is the best in your field or the best at what you do. Then you're like, oh no, now I have to sustain that or do better. I have to, you know, protect my title, as it were. So some of you may feel like that right now, but I feel like you are the best at what you do. So if you're stepping up, because the Leadership card can indicate a lot of you are entering into promotions during this period, or you're going to be offered a promotion, or for some of you it could be that you are you know, seeing your reputation soar. I mean, the Star energy is there, which is a card of success and fame. So it can indicate that, you know, you may be noticed for what you do, or you are into the public eye in some way, or you're thrust into the public eye, and suddenly it feels uncomfortable. Suddenly you start to overthink things, or suddenly you may even see the darker side of what that opportunity offers. You know, not everybody has your best interest at heart. So I would say it's really important to protect your energy, especially if you're, you know, going into the public eye in some way. So that's coming through there as well. But on a more sort of like local level, this is about you, you know, looking at your hopes and fears. And some of you may have really been going through a very difficult time, because that 3 of Swords is there. So it can indicate some of you have been going through a heartbreak, or some of you have been grieving and you're healing at this time. So it feels very much like you want to withdraw, and you feel that you're trying to find which way is up at this time. And I feel it's a process, but you are going to go through a cycle, a fluctuation in mood. But I feel during this, you're going to channel a lot of your energy into being very productive and getting a lot of things done as well. So now that Devil card, we've got the 4 of Cups there. So some of you may have missed out on an opportunity, or you feel that you are currently waiting for something that hasn't shown up for you, or you know, this can be fears. When you get the Umbrella, it means you're protected. So there's nothing to worry about during this time. I feel there's divine intervention happening here as well. You are protected, especially since you have the 6 of Swords there. So whatever difficulty you've been going through, or if you feel like your emotions have been fluctuating, I see that you're really exhausted, okay? You may identify the reason why you're super exhausted, but I also get an energy here with that 4 of Cups that some of you are just feeling a little bit stuck. you know. It feels really hard to move out of a circumstance at this time, and you're looking at your options and you're taking charge of the next steps. So I feel like you will have a major breakthrough. The star energy is an epiphany, a realization, lots of new ideas, being inspired to walk a clear path. But also I see that something you've been wishing for or waiting for, it's almost like I'm being given an energy, it's been kept safe for you. Okay, and it is going to show up when the moment is right. 4 cups normally means the universe is going to surprise you with something that you are not expecting, and it can indicate that everything really hasn't been going the way you hoped for, or perhaps something you once loved, you kind of are bored of it, or you've lost that loving feeling for it at this time and you feel something needs to change. So I definitely see here with that 6 of Swords that, you know, you've been going through a very testing time, but now you're coming out of that test. You've passed the test and now you're being guided towards something greater. 6 of Swords is a rite of passage. It means divine intervention is guiding you at this time towards something greater. You've got the Star as your last card there. So I feel you're being guided towards healing. You're being guided towards, you know, a more peaceful set of emotions. Some of you are conquering your fears, or, you know, conquering your mindset, quietening that inner critic, taking command of your thoughts. You know, sometimes our thoughts can be really overwhelming. So I feel this is about you quietening your mind. Some of you may step into meditative practices that really help you at this time. August is going to be a really great time where whatever has been worrying you or been on your mind, I feel it gets quelled. So I definitely see like there's nothing to worry about here. But I feel for some of you, there's a lot of waiting cards in your month of August. So it feels like there's movement, but it's slow. And there may be something that you've been waiting for, but it's giving you an opportunity to see it from a new perspective, and suddenly it arrives in a better fashion. I mean, there's a lot of success here, or a lot of, you know, wishes coming true here, but it's something that's connected to whatever it is that you are taking action on at this time. Also, 6 of Swords, some of you are craving a getaway, a vacation. This could be that you are going to. Thanks so much, I'm truly grateful. Okay, I heard stormy weather. Okay, so I'm not saying that where you go there's going to be stormy weather. There's a song, Stormy Weather. I don't know who sings it. It's really famous, and I'm literally going to kick myself after this reading because it's so famous. I know it, but it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't. Maybe my guys will give it to me later on, but they're not giving me anything at the moment. But I'm not saying that where you go to there may be stormy weather, but maybe. I hate to give that message. But also, it could also be that you are going through some stormy weather, and this too shall pass, okay? This card indicates August is the month where it passes. So if you've been going through a very stressful or testing time, I definitely see that this too shall pass. And August is going to be brighter. Also, that star energy tells me there's a brighter future for you to look forward to at this time as well. And 6 of Swords, some of you may literally be taking a test. So it could be that, you know, you have been in training for something, or you are stepping into, your own business. Maybe you're upskilling in some way. I see you passing the test with flying colors, but you need to withdraw in order to focus, in order to get that, good grade. But I mean, I see that you are someone who's got a super intelligent mind. You've got the Page of Swords, which is a card of genius. So I definitely see that, you know, your skill set, your mind is just going to breeze this test, okay? But I also see that you have done a lot of hard work and investigation on all the things that you need to know before you take the test. So you've got this. Now also we've got the Knight of Wands. This is a goal-getter card. So this is about you following your passions. With the Devil card, this is increasing your desire, because the Devil card is all about desires, increasing your desires to reignite that lust for life, to live a passionate, intense life that, you know, is all encompassing. And I feel this is about you connecting to your creativity. This is about you setting your intentions, your goals, and being on top of them. You're accomplishing whatever you set out to do. But also I feel like you've got a little bit of extra luck this month. So you're going to be one of the signs that get, that extra curveball of luck heading your way. But also I feel like you're working hard for this. This card also indicates, especially if you're feeling a bit stuck, that you have a desire for a new adventure. So suddenly you may decide to have an impromptu trip book something somewhere, maybe even like a quick trip or a getaway for the weekend. For some of you, it could be a vacation that you've been yearning for quite some time, that you've already booked, and you actually take it in the month of August. You're going to have a lovely time. But I also see this getaway time gives you time to think, to see your life from a different viewpoint, and suddenly all the answers and the inspiration come to you. Suddenly you know where you want to take life next to. I feel sometimes when we're under a lot of pressure, because the Devil card can also be a lot of pressure right now, especially with the Emperor there, a lot of responsibility. You have a lot of tasks on your plate right now, but I feel like you're actually completing whatever it is you set out to do, and you can be very proud of yourself there as well. You're on top of things, you're organized, and you're compartmentalizing what's important, prioritizing what comes first, and then everything else will slot into place as well. But the Knight of Wands is like new adventures, wanting to seek something different, new places, new faces, and I definitely see that you are in the flow of, reigniting your passions and your lust for life. You want life to be a little bit more exciting than perhaps it has been recently. Now, we do have that Hermit again. As you can see, it's a period of self-reflection, knowing thyself in a deeper way. Big philosophical month for you, asking bigger questions, but know that actually you're guided as well. You may receive lots of spiritual downloads from your guides, but also from your higher self during this time. You're someone who has a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and if you feel like you're starting from like scratch on something, you're actually not. You're starting from experience. I feel like you have a lot of wisdom, a lot of natural wisdom, but also acquired knowledge as well. And I see that you're using this knowledge to empower yourself in the present moment and in the future. You're turning your back on the past is what I see here as well. But the Hermit energy, I feel for some of you, there's this energy of needing to focus on something, withdrawing without distractions. So I really feel that for some of you, you may feel like you walk a lonely path right now, or that you have to in order to get something done. Some of you may be working behind the scenes on something and you're not ready to reveal it until it's done. And that's really a great way to work, because sometimes even if a person that you really care about, they support you and they love what you do, whatever it is, sometimes when you reveal your plans before they actually have taken shape, it can either take the wind out of your sails. You said it now, it's out there, and it's just like, oh, now I've got to do it. And then it becomes a bit like a chore, or it feels like a chore, okay? Because then people are expecting something of you because you've told them that you're going to accomplish something. But also, sometimes your successes can make other people feel like they're not enough, or that you are changing and you are leveling up in life and leaving them behind. And it can put a little bit of a negative spin. They don't mean to send you anything negative at all, not at all. They really support you, they really love you, but at the same time, they start to think about their own situation, and it's now attached to your situation. And however they feel about their situation, it can influence yours because it's now connected. It's like, you know what, I should be doing better because Libra is really doing this, and they're really stepping up, and that's wonderful, but you know what, it should be me. I wish I could do these things and I haven't got that. Or it can lead to this inner vibrational attachment. So I want you to be aware of that. So working hard in silence towards something and revealing it when it's done, or when the plan is taking shape, that's the perfect time. Now we also have the Wheel of Fortune, so this is in your near future position, so a little bit of extra luck. But also I feel for some of you, this is you taking a gamble on yourself, backing yourself, but also I feel, it's going to be a very fortuitous time. This is a time of change, but it is for the best. And that Wheel of Fortune energy, it will propel you towards your goals, your dreams, and whatever it is that you have been manifesting and working really hard towards. Trust the process. There's no need to sweat the small stuff this month, because I feel the universe is actually going to support you in your endeavors and show you that you've got this and that you are completely on target and on track, okay? For some of you, with the Star energy and the Wheel of Fortune, this could be a change in the way that you go through personal development, or the way that you approach something or respond to something. Your response may change to perhaps that person from the past who comes in. I feel like you choose healthier options this time. But with the Hangman energy, this is your advice to yourself in this moment. It's to withdraw, it's to think about something. You have a lot on your mind, because I feel like you have to make a major decision in the month of August, and you will know your truth, and you will know the path, and you will know the solution and the answer. You will have clarity at the end of the month, and suddenly everything is changing for the better there. Very important communication coming in as well. Pages bring news. It's the one that you've been waiting for, I've been told. The Hangman is to wait, or to perhaps even look at something from a different angle to see if there's an easier way. But also, the Hangman is sacrifice. And I feel like you have sacrificed a lot to have the lifestyle that you have right now. And I feel that, you know, you're looking at the sacrifices you make in order to, you know, live the life that you aspire to. You know, the repayments that you have to pay every month. You're really serious about showing up for yourself. Some of you may be trying to find a new job and you feel a little bit nervous if the job market's been very difficult. I see suddenly there's an opportunity. It feels very much like you're starting from scratch, but you're not. You're starting from experience. That's coming through again. They require your knowledge and wisdom. Remember, you can negotiate a better deal, is what I'm hearing there. For some of you, they may offer you like a starting salary that is a little bit below what you're used to. However, you will staircase. You actually stand out from everybody else. So there is promotion available to you as you move through the rest of the year. So if you're looking for a new role, there is one headed in your direction. But also the Hangman and the Four of Cups can indicate that the thing that you thought you lost out on, whether it's a opportunity, whether it's a relationship, or perhaps it's something that you are yearning to purchase. Maybe it's like, you know, when you bid online for something, perhaps it didn't go your way and you're like really frustrated, or perhaps you're trying to purchase a house and someone came along and outbid you. Whatever it is that you feel like didn't go your way, the universe is stepping in to say, yes, it didn't go your way on purpose. It didn't go your way because there's something better here that we want you to have. Sometimes things don't go the way we imagined. They actually turn out better than we ever imagined. Sometimes humans accept less than they truly deserve and desire. And I see a period of change happening for you for the better. So something you've been waiting for, it shows up for you, but even better than you were expecting. Now also that Hangman energy is a card that can indicate, especially with the Three of Swords here, some of you may feel like your life has been turned upside down, or that things have changed and you're just trying to recalibrate at this time. Three of Swords means it's hard. Some of you are healing. Okay, you have gone through a period of bereavement. For some of you, strongly, I feel it could have been like a friend or a parental type figure or guardian. I'm sending you a huge hug out there. This is something that's already happened before you came to this reading, okay? So if you're going through grief at this time, of course, it is a cycle. So there's going to be some moments where you feel numb, some moments where you feel a wash of emotion and devastation, and sometimes you're just going to feel like you don't know how you feel, or you're going to feel like in organization mode where you're just working on autopilot. So I'm sending you so much love and so much hugs out there. I feel this person will give you a sign when you are on your own in stillness, okay? I'm trying to see what sign I'm being given here. Okay. So what I'm being given, and I'm actually just being given a card from the deck. I'm seeing like a ball of yarn that is in the shape of a heart. And I'm just getting an energy of like, I miss talking to you, but I do talk to you. So that's coming through strongly. I'm sending you a huge hug out there. My guides are just showing me the heart. It's the Lover's card, I think, in this deck. That's all I'm seeing in the water. So I feel, please ask for the sign that you want to see from this person, and they will give it to you. But when you're in a moment of stillness and pause on your own is what I'm being given. And this will be given in the month of August. But I want to show you the card because my guides are really strongly showing me this card. Where is this card? Is it in your reading? Nope. Okay. You may want to fast forward this bit so that I can get to it. Can you please show me where this card is? Okay. You know, normally I'd say you've probably seen it before, but my guides are really insistent. Find it, find it, find it. So, there it is. Okay. So this is what I'm being shown in the water right now as I'm scrying, okay? So please take it as it resonates. Could be a sign or a symbol that you're going to see in the next coming weeks. Of course, the card doesn't count. I'm just showing you what I see. So it could be something that you see like this, that is a heart that is made out of string or wool or something. Maybe this is something that's already relevant for you. I mean, it's a Lover's card. So it's like you've got options right now, and I feel this person could be guiding you in spirit to help you make a decision. But also it can be an indication that you are so loved and this person's really by your side, okay? So look out for an image like that. It may be something that you already have, or maybe something that's relevant, or maybe it's something that you're going to see. So with a lot of respect and care, I'm just going to disconnect from the energy and move on. With the Three of Swords, some of you, I'm going to pull a card on it because I really get a sense here that things have been challenging, but also this is a card that can indicate that there is a potential for a misunderstanding this month, so, or a miscommunication. So make sure you get everything in writing, just so that you're clear. That star energy is like to have clarity, get it in writing. Page of Swords is to have it written down. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, it's hard. It's a bit of a battle. You've been going through a lot. There's a lot of pressure. So this can indicate that you're trying to manage stress levels this month. But also, you know, this is about competition. I feel like if you're in a very competitive arena or competitive environment, this is about having your needs met and being heard, and that you are going the distance and you're not giving up on something. Even though it's hard, you've got this. There is accomplishment. The star energy indicates that you reach your goal. The spotlight is on you this month to accomplish something, have a wish, but also there is something brighter on the other side. I'm just going to go one more. The Empress, remember your power. And of course, thank you so much, I'm truly grateful. Of course, I'm being given because, of course, the Empress energy is a matriarchal type figure, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a feminine energy. It could be someone in spirit that I mentioned earlier. I feel this person, it doesn't have to be, it can be someone who just loves you, has unconditional love for you. So it doesn't have to be gender related. It can be that someone who has a lot of unconditional love for you is trying to get through and indicate, you know, that they are protecting you at this time of difficulty and that you've got this. And on the other side of this, there is so much potential and everything you wish for is going to be coming true. Okay, so that's coming through very strongly. In fact, the energy kind of forced its way back into the reading, so I had to readdress it. But also moving away with respect from that energy, I feel this is about you having confidence in yourself, knowing that you're beautiful. Some of you are quietening that inner critic to embrace, you know, being comfortable in your own skin. Some of you are maturing and you're seeing your body change, and you may be wrestling with these changes and feeling a little bit disorientated and feeling like you're trying to gain control of these changes or try to you know, return to a period of where you felt happy with yourself, and know that you will have a breakthrough on this, that you will actually reach a point where you are truly happy with yourself, okay? Also, the Empress energy is like, with the Seven of Wands, protect your time and make sure you do not neglect your own needs this month, because it's very important. Now, we also have that Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords is new focus or new ideas. I would say it's in the hope and a fear position for a reason, because new ideas, great, but implement starts on those after the Mercury retrograde. It just means you may have delays, okay? It doesn't mean it's going to turn out awful or go wrong. It just means there may be delays, or you may have to revisit a contract, or may have to revisit something that you missed out or overlooked. So that's what it means. It's not a big deal, but it's just something to be aware of. Page of Swords, communication. Now, of course, there is a world there. So some of you, it could be that you are keeping an eye on the way that the world is going right now. And I mean, this could also mean for some of us, maybe a majority of us, because there's a global kind of energy there, there could be like another power out in terms of global communications, or maybe, what was it last time? All the cards went down, you know, digital payments went down there. last month. There could be like some sort of repeat of that this month, but it could be connected to communications in some way, because there's a world there. It could be like a global event, but I'm just going to move away from that energy. Page of Swords on a personal level, it indicates that this is about you speaking your truth. It's about you opening up your ideas and your projects, and also some really great news that comes your way. For some of you, this could be news from overseas, and it's really positive. I mean, the star energy is like, it's everything you wish for. But also the Page of Swords in this position, it can indicate, especially if it's tax time, it could indicate that, you are getting everything in order, and you may feel a little bit frustrated. There may even be like a missing receipt or some sort of like purchase order or something that you have to go hunting for. You will find it. Don't sweat the small stuff. As I said, you will find it. So just breathe. Also, I want you to be aware, what is meant for you will never pass you by. So if you feel like you missed out on something, this is the communication that something better is on its way, that you're actually being guided towards this opportunity instead. Now, also for those of you who are looking for love, this is, some communication with someone new. So I definitely see that you're not rushing into this. I feel like you're getting to know this person first before you actually invest fully with feelings. Also, I see that Page of Swords as being logical. It feels very much like the balance of logical thought, head over heart kind of energy. So this decision that you have to make, don't make an emotional decision. Make sure that you are also engaging in logic about something, because that's when we actually see if there's something hidden or something amiss or something that perhaps would, be the fly in the ointment. But I don't see anything negative here, really. With the star energy, this is a lot of healing going on this month for you. The star energy also is about you being seen in all your glory. If some of you feel like you are unappreciated or you go unnoticed, I definitely see the month of August is where you do take center stage in your life and you are appreciated. The spotlight is firmly on you for success this month. And of course, success looks differently for everybody. But the star energy is something you've been wishing for. You're aligning yourself with brighter days to come, but also something you've been yearning for. I feel like you get communication on it. So it can mean like that you accomplish something and the reward comes later, because, you don't have any pentacles here, so it doesn't mean that you're not focused on finances. It can indicate that you're being really strict with your finances with that Emperor energy, so you're trying to take control of that, and that you are going to get your wish of making sure that you are budgeting in a healthy way. You have a lot of fluctuating cards. Of course, easy come, easy go. We get paid if we're lucky, and then we pay the bills, so it goes out again. So I feel this is about, you being in the flow of life, really. So let me just pull one more card on that star energy before I move forward. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, it means that the money situation is steady. Okay, it kind of has plateaued at a certain situation right now, so it feels very much like what happened last month will happen pretty much this month, unless you're going for an opportunity. I feel like you may get like a steady amount of money, but there is the potential to staircase and get more later on in the year. But something is being offered to you. But literally, I feel like this is something that's long-term for you. But I feel right now you're focused on your long-term plans. You're working really hard. You're trying to manage stress levels. And I feel like, you are reflecting on what's important to you at this time before you make a major decision in your life. You'll make that decision pretty much in the 3rd week of August. You'll know, okay? When you know, right? So let's get some final cards for you before we close the reading. Breakthrough and transformation. So we have undergoing a dramatic change, separation from the old life and the dying of the false self. So this is about you being super honest with yourself, what's important at this time, reflecting on your own needs, speaking your truth, and of course, shedding old skin. So I feel decluttering, detoxifying, making sure you choose the healthier options, turning your life around for the better, and sticking to your plans as you go through those motions. We've also got breakthrough. I definitely see that happening here for you, especially with that star energy. There's some really great news being offered to you. We've got escaping from what controlled you. That's, I think I mentioned that. at the beginning there about your temptations or anything that has been making you feel stuck, or I just feel like there's liberation here for you. It says the breakthrough to success. There we go. And a very important development this month. So a lot to look forward to. Of course, there's some crazy energy surrounding us all in the month of August. It kind of intensifies pressure, but I feel like you've got this, and you've got some of the better cards of the zodiac this time round. So a lot of good things heading in your direction. Just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Oh, we've only got one rune, and it is the dice rune, the destiny rune. So this is about focusing on your direction, destiny intervening. As I said, there's divine intervention here for you in the month of August. Also, I'm getting an energy here of some of you being really interested in the unknown. So you may actually, oh, I just heard serendipitous events as well. Yeah, so you may like submerge yourself in a documentary about the unknown, the mysteries of the universe, especially connected to Egypt. I'm just being drawn straight away to the pyramids, okay? This could be, okay, thanks so much, I'm truly grateful. I'm being told that by my guides, this is more about how you channel your energy. Okay, some of you may have been feeling exhausted, but I feel I'm being given an energy of the pyramids and how it kind of like absorbs the energy from the earth and channels it upwards. So this is about how you direct your energy and your focus and your attention at this time. But also I feel some of you are really interested in documentaries about ancient civilizations or the mysteries of the universe, and I feel it can actually inform and empower you in some area of your life. So that's coming through there as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in some way, shape or form. And if you'd like to enter a competition, it's the second competition I'm opening now for you to win a free reading from me, okay? All you have to do is write in the comments box below, love is the answer, okay? And that's it, and my guides will draw me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading. Keep the notification bell on because I will upload a video announcing the winner's name in it and how to contact me for that reading, so you'll want to be notified of that video. I'll upload that video at the end of August, of course. So thank you so much, my beautiful Librans, and love and light.